Playing an old game can feel a lot like seeing an old friend for the first time in years, because sometimes the relationship is exactly the same. It's still rewarding. It feels great. You're just like, oh my God, I need to remember to get back here every now and then because my brain hasn't mastered emotional permanence. And if I don't call you, I will forget you exist. Sometimes though, that reunion is just terrible. You're like, oh my God. Oh, whatever part of me loved you is long dead. Holy shit. That is not who I am anymore. Were you always this racist? Was that happening? Oh my God, was that my friend?
Oh my God! Joshua was racist!
What these two experiences have in common, though, is that they're fueled by nostalgia, which is a hell of a drug. There are games that age beautifully and gracefully, and it's a rewarding experience every time you go back. But there are plenty of games where you're just like, oh fuck, I will leave you in the past where you belong. I do not want to play that ever again. And I'm here to go back and play some of the classics and decipher which is which in a new segment I'm going to call Nostalgia or Not. And for this one, I'm going to be traveling back to 1997 so I can hit up the Blockbuster and pick up Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Also, we're going to need a 6-pack of Surge. I want to stay more wired than Phil Collins writing the Tarzan soundtrack.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew!
I love that.
Now, for those of you who are unaware, as I was when I began playing the game, Symphony of the Night is kind of a big deal. It represented a dramatic shift for the Castlevania series as the developers had realized their standard level-by-level approach resulted in low replayability, which resulted in their game just lining all of the Japanese bargain bins. They didn't like seeing that, so they took inspiration from The Legend of Zelda and Super Metroid, namely cutting off access to certain portions of the map until you acquired the correct item or ability, which is a tenet of the Metroidvania genre. Very smart. They also corrected one of the most alienating aspects of their game, difficulty, by implementing various RPG elements. Now, whenever you were killing all those enemies, you were getting experience points, or armor, or equipment, the right combination of which would make you damn near unkillable fighting into the game, so everybody gets to enjoy. Again, smart thinking. They abandoned the whip entirely and were like, by the way, you're going to play as Alucard now, who isn't a vampire.
I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!
He's a vampire, but it's fine. Needless to say, the game was released to incredible critical reception, many Game of the Year awards, and consistent placement on top games of all time lists. However, that doesn't mean a fucking thing until I, the ultimate special boy, have given my stamp of approval. It's pretty good. From the jump, they're just like, look, a Belmont kills Dracula, of course. Let's get that out of the way so we can get fucking weird. You're just exploring Castle Dracula as this walking case of daddy issues known as Alucard. Bro, making your name your dad's name backwards is the most like teen emo level rebellion I've ever heard.
Fuck you, Dad!
The entire story of this game is basically Alucard just being like, yo, I'm here to kill my dad. And Richter's like, you already killed your dad, bitch. I'm your new dad. And Alucard's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're not my real dad. And then Shaft is there for some reason. He's trying to institute a return of the Drac. Why do I keep doing that? I'm never going to put that in the video. The art style is a perfect representation of the 32-bit era, creating a very spooky atmosphere. It can be a tad bland at times, especially in the catacombs where it's just darkness. It's not particularly interesting to look at, but overall it does work, especially when you see like the sky and the moon and the clouds. That shit is beautiful. That's what I'm talking about when I say I don't care about graphics in games, because this isn't particularly realistic and I don't need it to be because it just looks fucking cool. However, what truly sets this game apart is the music. Each melody is perfectly placed with lower energy music for exploration, setting the tone for your various treks through the castle. However, whenever you're about to fight a big boss, that fucking electric guitar just slams its ass in there. It's like, low bitch, I am here, reminding you of Alucard's role in this entire thing as the rebellious upstart here to fuck shit up. He's like, oh, I'll fuck you, Dad. It all culminates in this sexy ass jazz number. Oh my God. This felt so 90s that me ready to run to my couch so I could catch Boy Meets World on TGIF.
My name is Plays with Squirrels.
How the game actually plays, though, is paramount, but it's frequently where older games show the technological limitations of their time. And if the gameplay ain't fun, then bitch, we done. I don't know what you want to do here. I'm not fucking around with you anymore. Symphony of the Night, though, is a lot like Jane Fonda. It shows its age occasionally, but yeah, no, it's still got it where it counts. Yeah, 100% I would. The game's combat is simple but effective, and that's mainly due to the enemies, because Alucard is only attacking like one at a time with no real quickness or combos from a few angles. It's a very basic combat system. It's honestly where the game shows its age the most. However, The enemies are very persistent and relentless, and they come at you from a lot of angles, so that does keep you engaged. It really overcomes that barrier, and I think that's a really clever workaround. The equipable items that are now in the game honestly don't do much to affect it. They're just stat bonuses and buffs, but the held items are where you get your ranged attacks, and if I'm being honest, some very cheap and easy boss kills. Fuck you. No, I'm not fighting you. I'm gonna throw a knife at your face. I'm gonna hit you with the good book. I'm gonna call up Jesus, hit you with the good book.
The power of Christ compels you.
The power of Christ compelling me.
The platforming also isn't anything to write home about. Like, they don't do anything to make movement particularly interesting outside of a few special moves, but those are hidden behind complicated button combos that just feel out of place in this genre. Like, you use them for spells or traversal moves when you're exploring, but it just feels dated. It doesn't have any place in the genre. Modern platformers don't do that shit because they realize relegating those moves to simple button inputs allows the gameplay to keep flowing more smoothly and just keep you engaged. Plus, this game doesn't really tell you how to do most of this shit, it just expects you to figure it out.
David, I cannot show you everything. Okay, well, can you show me one thing?
Now, is that particularly important? No, I didn't know how to do fucking any of it, and I beat the game, had a great time. However, it is a needlessly missed opportunity for a more fun game, which, you know, I'll always take. However, what raises this game to its status is its sense of exploration. Castle Dracula is a vast world full of secrets and alternative paths and sub-bosses. The fact that the map that you get doesn't actually show you most of this shit is fantastic because it incentivizes you to comb every inch of every room just looking for that, you know, next hidden area or a new piece of armor. It's a fantastic feeling. Plus, the fact that there is an entire hidden second area that you can just miss. Holy shit, I was like, oh man, I am not ready for this game to be done. And then it was like,
Surprise, motherfucker.
there's a whole nother area. Go, run wild, be an idiot over there. It's gonna be fun. It is a fantastic trick for a game that has its fair share of treats. So as for the question, is this nostalgia or not? I'd say not. Look, it's gonna show its age a few times, and there is a heavy dose of nostalgia involved for me because playing it just makes my brain go, ooh, PS1. Just sparks that little feeling of joy in my soul, and that's great. But it's a pretty good game on its own. It still works. It's got beautiful music, charming animations, and one of the most explorable locales I've ever seen in a game. So yeah, Symphony of the Night has earned its place in the pantheon of gaming. Alucard's Sad Boy Symphony is a piece of gaming history that still provides solid replayability, and at the very least is worth any fan of the Metroidvania genres time. You should give it a shot. You may not enjoy it as much as others, but it is still worth playing. That's it, guys. That's the whole video. Thank you for staying the whole time. I do like this video format, so I think you're going to be seeing it more often. So if you have any games you think I should play, put them in the comments down below. You guys know I love your input on that shit, but mostly, I just hope everyone's doing okay. I hope you didn't have any hurricanes where you are, because they're stupid. Like, share, subscribe, all that dumb shit, but take care of those sweet baby angel butts so I can see you back here next time, and we can talk about Pokemon and how we gotta catch them all. Alright? Get out of here, skedaddle, bye. It's you and me. You know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Oh, you're my best friend. You know, always be my best friend.
Drifting high.